from weakest to strongest, divided into grades from grade 4 to special grade. In grade 4 we have number 60, Roppongi curse. It is by far the weakest named curse we have seen. 59, Remi. I guess he has a cursed technique. 58, Junpei. He has a pretty good cursed technique and he also owns a brain unlike Remi. Grade 3 sorcerers. 57, Mai. If her potential wasn't shared with Maki, her creation ability could be a real problem. But because Maki exists, she's just as good sniper with an extra bullet. 56, Miwa. Her sword technique is good, but she's outclassed by everyone. 55, Haruta Shigemono. He is absolutely insane and physically weak, but his cursed technique is really strong. Now, heading into the grade 2 sorcerers. 54, Momo. She makes gusts of wind that aren't very strong and relies completely on her range advantage. 53, the Grasshopper curse. It could take on Jutsu for like a minute in close combat, but it was overwhelmed. It is also not very smart, although it seems to disagree. 52, Hanyu, jetpack hair. 51, Haba, helicopter hair. 50, Chuzo, the world's leading human spine artisan. It is really hard to say how strong he or Kaguganshi are actually, because the only other person Suzo fought was Gojo. Semi-grade 1 sorcerers. 49, Inumaki. His cursed speech has way too many drawbacks, and he was the most useless student against Hanami. His physical abilities aren't very good either. 48, Ino. He got destroyed by Toutsi, but he seemed pretty impressive, and it's possible I'm underrating him a little bit. 47, Principal Yaga. Panda is his masterpiece, so I doubt he has anything else even close to him in quality in his arsenal. 46, Kakuganshi. He somehow defeated Yaga, but this is the highest I'm going to put him. Come on. 45, Nobara. She was just a counter to Eso and Kechisu's abilities, she clearly was not stronger than them. 44, the Finger Bearers. They are the minimum requirement for a special grade curse, and to be honest, I'm a bit surprised they even qualify because they cannot use cursed techniques. 43, Keshichu. I'm ready to put him above the Finger Bearers because of the toxic blood and the rot technique. He would beat the Finger Bearers in a fight through attrition, though he is clearly the weakest of the brothers. 42, Panda. Here we have a massive jump in power with Panda. His 3 cores and cursed corpse body mean that he can take 2 lethal attacks before he's defeated. His 3 cores also give him a lot of versatility. 41, Norito Shikamo. He uses blood manipulation, but is held back by his limited blood reserves and inexperience. Everything he can do just does 3 times better. But in their fight against Hanami, we see that he is able to damage it with piercing blood. Grade 1 sorcerers. 40, Eso. He was more formidable than his younger brother, and when they faced Nobara and Yuji, they found their 2 worst counters. Someone that can attack them through herself if their technique is on her, and someone that resists poisons. So maybe I'm even underrating him a little bit. 39, Ogi Zenin. He extends his sword with flames. It is definitely not the most versatile ability in the series, but he is a capable sorcerer, being able to defeat Maki before her awakening. 38, Kusakabe. He is a swordsman that doesn't have an innate technique at all. 37, Charles. Charles was able to give Hakari some difficulties with his ability to see 1 second into the future, but I mean Hakari just used him for warm-up, really. 36, Jiro. His inverse cursed technique makes strong hits weak and weak hits strong when he wants. Thanks to that he is very effective in a 1v1, but in group fights the ability isn't ideal. There is also an upper and lower limit, so he cannot survive a falling meteor and he cannot be killed by poking him with a finger. 35, Smallpox deity. The first character here with a domain expansion. After 3 seconds buried in the coffin it summons around you, you die from probably smallpox. Although it is a one-trick pony and Mei easily defeated it. 34, Hasenoki. Hasenoki's body parts explode, so he throws them at you and regenerates them using reverse cursed technique, which is the definition of making a horrible ability work. To be honest, I might even be underrating him a little bit, depending on how strong Takaba is. 33, Kirara. Kirara's technique is very confusing and tricky, giving them a massive advantage. They are hard to rank, but I put them here because in a 2v1 fight against Panda and Megumi, they defeated Panda, and their technique is really adaptable. 32. Nanami. Nanami's ratio technique makes him the king of Twitter, and very deadly at close range, but leaves him vulnerable to tricky opponents he cannot hit. When he goes into overtime, he gets 50% more cursed energy. And I believe that because in Japan, overtime earns you 50% extra. But in his fight against Dagon, it became clear that Nanami cannot match the disaster curses. 31. Naobito. His projection sorcery allows him to go close to the speed of sound and freeze his opponents for 1 second if they do not follow the 24 FPS rule. His counter to domain expansions is Falling Blossom Emotion that counters the surhit effect with cursed energy at the moment of impact. Though likewise in his fight against Dagon, they were outmatched 2v1 in his domain and Chogo easily dealt with his speed. 30. Mekamaru. Kokichi Muta was able to give Mahito a difficult fight by using his stored up energy and a simple domain. 29. Rechi. He is able to recreate anything he has a contract for and give it a command. This ability even includes things like using a receipt for a hot spring to heal all exhaustion. He also has a counter to domain expansions called Hollow Wicker Basket, although it does not work against domains that do not have a surhit effect. Additionally, he is very creative. 28. Takaba. I have no idea how strong he actually is, but he definitely seems strong and his cursed technique makes him practically invincible. If he had a darker sense of humor, he would be deadly. 27. Todo. He has enough physical strength to face Yuji in a fist fight and overpower him, and his boogie woogie is perfect for group fights to disorient his opponents. He is also a strategic genius, although I believe his self-estimated IQ seems a bit high. And now we begin with the special grade 1 sorcerers. 26. Kurorishi. Its weapon is deadly, being able to kill with 1 strike, and its cockroach swarm can overwhelm and eat his opponents in seconds while cloning itself through parthenogenesis. Although Kurorishi is less intelligent than the disaster curses, and because of that I believe it is a lot weaker than them. 25. Dagon. Dagon's cast technique allows him to create and control water in massive amounts, and its domain expansion throws various Shikigami at his enemies over and over. It is also strategically smart and really durable. 24. Higuruma. His greatest asset is taking his opponents to court using his domain expansion, and if he wins the case, their cursed techniques are taken. And in that situation, he is at a great advantage, being physically a grade 1 level sorcerer. 23. Megumi Fushiguro. His 10 Shadows technique gives him a lot of versatility with the Shikigami and ability to slip into the shadows. Combining that with his great hand-to-hand skills and his incomplete domain expansion makes him quite deadly. 22. Itadori Yuji. He is the definition of a default character. He fights purely using martial arts as he does not have a cursed energy yet, but he is very unnaturally tough. 21. Hanami. Hanami is very durable and has a large arsenal of techniques alongside a unseen domain expansion. It is also able to use domain amplification. 20. Mei Mei. To be honest, Mei Mei is very underrated. Kensaku himself came to defeat her after she defeated the smallpox deity, which was a special grade curse, in merely seconds. She has maxed out her physical fighting prowess and cursed technique. 19. Chogo. Chogo is said to be comparable to a 7-finger Sukuna and was able to effortlessly defeat Naobito, Nanami and Maki when they were worn out. He has access to a maximum technique, domain amplification and a domain expansion which is like a volcano. 18. Chousou. Chousou inherited blood manipulation with the ability to convert curse energy into blood, making him very broken. He was able to fight Kensaku for an extended period of time and even damage him, although I do not know how well he can deal with domain expansions. 17. Mahito. Shredder mode. If Mahito got to rest and recover his energy after unlocking this form, I think this is about where I would put him. He became many times more deadly and durable thanks to it, and was still able to keep his idol transfiguration and domain expansion. 16. Naoya, as a vengeful spirit. He became like 3 times faster at max speed, and he was already able to reach the speed of sound, so that is pretty fast. He became more durable and he gained a domain expansion that wasn't the most effective. However, he did not improve much outside of that. 15. Miguel. Miguel was able to hold off Goatsu for 10 minutes 1 year ago, and I think that is quite the feat. 14. Uro. Uro is able to bend and crack the sky and has a yet unseen domain expansion. She is also quite durable. 13. Ryu. Ryu is able to output the most cursed energy out of all of the Cooling Games players, and that is including Yuta Okotsu as well. He is very durable and he also has a yet unseen domain expansion. 12. Hakari. Hakari's cursed technique allows him to summon doors or something like that, I'm not really sure. Anyway, his domain expansion grants him unlimited cursed energy for 5 minutes if he wins the jackpot, effectively making him immortal. Alongside that, he is an insane physical powerhouse. And now we head into the special grades. 11. Geto. His cursed spirit manipulation is broken, and his physical abilities are also top tier. 10. Uraume. Uraume is able to use reverse cursed technique and wields an ice ability. She also has connections to both Kensaku and Sukuna, so I am expecting her to be really strong. Number 9. Maki. And this is a tie. Maki has no cursed energy, but in return has superhuman physical strength and durability, even exceeding Yuchi's to like way higher degree. She has also unlocked observation haki and is partly immune to the Surhit domain expansions. Number 8. Touchi, and he is tied with Maki. I think Touchi's experience and arsenal would give him the win 90 out of 100 fights against Maki, but they are practically equal physically. Number 7. Kasimo. Kasimo was the strongest sorcerer when he was alive 400 years ago, and he got resurrected in order to fight Sukuna. Hakari had trouble with him even though he was immortal and would have died 3 times if his unlimited cursed energy was not there, because Kasimo's lightning is just that lethal. 6. Yuki Tsukumo. Her cursed technique lets her increase her mass without any effective limit, and she is not affected by it herself, making each one of her hits feel like being hit by a mountain. She can apply this to her Shikigami as well, use reverse cursed technique, and possesses an unseen domain expansion and domain. Number 5. Yuta Okotsu. His ability to copy techniques after unknown prerequisites is very strong. Combining that with Rika's ridiculous strength and his nearly boundless cursed energy, and you get an absolute monster. He also has an unseen domain expansion as well. Number 4. Mahoraga. Mahoraga has the ability to become nearly immune to an ability after surviving an attack from it. It even gave a 15-finger Sukuna some trouble. 3. Kensaku. He did the Aizen on Miwa. Do I need to say more? Well, perhaps I do. He possesses multiple cursed techniques thanks to his brain-hopping ability, reverse cursed energy and techniques, a domain expansion, and he has 1,000 years of fighting experience. And a fun fact, he is Yuchi's mother, which is a very hard thing to process. Number 2. Sukuna, with 15 fingers. He is very powerful and he knows it. And now, number 1. I think it's kind of obvious. It's Gojo. He's powerful and he knows it, version 2. Everyone knows he's busted, and the only debate there is if he's stronger than full power Sukuna or not. He has Limitless, the 6 eyes, and a reverse cursed technique, and oh yeah, of course, a domain expansion as well. Now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. You will see my videos when I upload them that way. Bye.